You know I changed my life. I was in the trap OG, serving out white. Think about it day to day, day and night. Last night I had a drink, and it felt so right. In the trap was serving fiends. But work on Chippie. Big 40 in my jeans.
Hip Hop Me Too.
Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Hoops. I am your host, Anthony Ighodaro. I got my co-host in the building,
What
Mr.
up? What up?
Woods.
What up? What up? Let's go.
Yo, we got a special guest in here, man.
Yo, he's about to shake the room.
The real Finch finest.
Come on, he gave the platform.
Let's go. We got
Put us
Chippie
on
in
right
the
here. This is the
building,
legendary.
everybody.
My
We got
coach.
Chippie. Let's
Mentor,
go.
let's go.
Yes, me there, man. Me there.
Yo, I
Let's
want to
go.
get into it quick, man. I want to talk about the Jane Finch Classic tournament.
Legendary.
You know what I mean? It's been around since I was a kid. Let's talk about, the starter from all of that, man.
Well, the Jane Finch Classic started in 1978. That was the year I was born. So I wasn't around at that time, but I was able to take over the tournament in 2004
Right.
with Strings and Roger. Those are the guys who mentored me to do the tournament. And I'm just happy the way it grew, man. We're just out there plugging, working hard. We're known for elite talent. We let guys come in the gym and get fouled. And let's play on, man. You got to come in that gym. You got to be tough when you're playing the Jane Finch Classic, right?
Bottom line.
So things that we allow in the gym, in the tournament, loud music, parents screaming at each other, coaches screaming at each other. It's just a ruckus of the ruckus of Toronto basketball, man. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I believe you're showcasing, to me, the next side what comes with basketball. Like, you know what I mean? The parents are arguing. You know what I mean? The music bumping while you're playing. You know, it's just a vibe. You know what I mean? And as a former MVP of one of those tournaments,
Are you from?
I stole.
You said
I
you
took-
stole. You said
I didn't steal it. You know what
said
I mean?
That's your words.
Well, I guess I stole because Dedham wasn't playing.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But I took one of them MVPs. So shout out to Finch Classic, baby. You know what I mean?
One of the nicest point guards, Chris Blackwood, I must
Appreciate
say,
you.
man.
Out of
Appreciate
Finch,
you.
one of the nicest.
One of the nicest out of Finch, top five PGs of all
There
time.
you go.
I won't argue with that.
I'm not gonna argue with that either. It's a fact.
I just can't believe Kruma was up. Anyways, that's for another story. Listen, how are you able to maintain this tournament for so many years? Like you said, 1970 something, you came on board, and you guys were still able to build. Now you guys have like the youth tournaments now, because it did start off in a grown-up tournament, correct?
Right. It started off as a men's tournament.
men's tournament, yeah.
Men's tournament, and we had a lot of 19 under games, 18 under games, but we implemented the youth platform in 2010
Right.
and started to really grow the tournament. I think I was able to maintain it because I was the one who started off the mixtapes for tournaments, if you notice.
Yeah.
Guys coming in with the cameras.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
We're giving you roses here. Let's go.
Well, there's a lot of things I started. I'll tell you what else I started. I started with all the teams coming in and bringing one of their volunteers or having one of the coaches or managers do a score clock. I started that as well.
Right.
The 20-point rule.
What's the 20-point rule? If you're down by 20?
If you're down by 20, time goes, baby.
There you go. Man. You know what I mean? I remember a lot of our games used to finish real quick.
Right.
So we used to go up 30. Let that time run.
I don't remember
Let that time run, man.
don't
Let
remember
that time. It's all good, man. Man, he doesn't remember when we beat Malton, man.
How can you not remember? That's one of the greatest games of all time
They
at
had
York University.
Jerome Robinson, Mike George,
No.
Iggy, Antwi. There's a bunch of them,
We didn't
but he
have
doesn't
those
remember.
That was a classic game. That
Listen,
was
that's
And Milky doesn't remember him getting dunked on when I threw that lob to Bird.
Oh,
that wasn't
disgusting.
us. That wasn't us.
Man,
You're mixing the highlights,
here
but
we
go ahead.
It's okay.
I want to know, so you started off with that tournament, then you transitioned to other tournaments, the Father's Day tournament. Let's talk about the Father's Day tournament, man.
Oh, the Father's Day was
'Cause I'm a champion with that. Well, go ahead.
I was a champion.
Malton,
I was a
we won that
champion
one too.
MVP too.
Well, go ahead. Let's talk about
Father's Day, we just wanted to give guys like yourself, legends, because you are a Toronto basketball legend.
Hands down.
So we wanted to give guys the opportunity who are more older, more mature, the opportunity to play and still compete at a high level. And I believe I got dunked on one of those years, and I removed the foot. I pulled a LeBron James. That footage got pulled quickly.
Yeah. But you know what? The beautiful thing about that Father Day Classic was, you know, you brought that alumni vibe. So we
Yes.
had the Jeffries, even though Malton was a mixture of, you know,
Of what?
what was it, like Morningstar? There were different schools. You guys are from Malton, but you guys are from different high schools.
Yeah.
Like there was a Westview team. There was a Jeffries team, obviously. They had a Bathurst team.
I know we beat Westview by like 30.
Yeah.
Kruma was on that.
I was on that squad,
pretty-
That's
unfortunately.
pretty funny.
But I love the way, you know, you presented us with a platform. You were giving everybody
Absolutely.
their flowers. You know what I mean? And,
Thank you, appreciate
and
it.
still putting guys like legendary guys, giving them their
It's
flowers.
a
and-
great weekend. It's a great vibe. The only thing I didn't like, and I'll tell you this, you didn't give us no water, Malton team.
Oh, wow.
And you didn't give us a ball to practice so we get a warm up. I didn't like that, but go ahead. Go
Hey
ahead.
man, the fight was fixed. You gotta fix the fight sometimes, man. You brought in all the footers, bro. How many?
What do you
footers-
want us to do?
Terry Licorice, like there was
Come on.
guys on that squad,
Hey, listen,
man.
I brought my boys. I brought my boys.
Yeah, we're bringing that back. The Father's Day, we're bringing it back. I mean, COVID has slowed things a little bit.
Definitely.
But I'm getting in shape. I'm 44 this year, and I'm ready to go back out there and hoop and bust some serious ass.
Let's
You
go.
look great. You look great, brother.
Thank you,
look
man. I
great.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Black don't crack.
So let's talk about the Chippies, man. We want to appreciate you for bringing us on that and, you know, giving us our flowers. You know what I mean? That was an amazing event. Where did the idea come from, the Chippie Award?
Well, the idea came from, first of all, I'm the longest standing promoter right now in Toronto and Canada basketball. Been doing the Jane Finch Classic for 19 years. I've produced the most pro talent out of the tournament, the most NBA ready guys, the most Division One players, and the most superstars have come out of the Jane Finch Classic. So it was deservedly so that I have an event in my name, in my honor, while I'm still alive. We give the flowers where they're due now. But the Chippies, which is the Canadian Basketball Awards, is just to recognize coaches and programs that put in the hard effort. I mean, most of us don't even get paid. We go out there, we're volunteering our time, we're working hard, and we're never, ever going to get that recognition. So I wanted to recognize guys right now while they're alive,
Yeah.
or guys who are working hard, recognize all these new programs, and just tell them, hey, listen, there's a platform here. And my whole vision was you see the Oscars, and the Oscars started out very small, and they award the top movies that are out there in shows. Why not do the same thing here in Canada and award the top programs and the programs that are working hard? So that's kind of where the idea came from.
Right.
And my man Chris Campbell supported the idea.
Shout out Chris Campbell.
Shout out Chris Campbell.
Yes.
And we're able to have a great, successful event, an excellent turnout. You guys were there.
Yeah.
And it's something that we're just going to continue going into the third annual in December. Look out for the third annual Chippies in December, baby. We're ready.
Absolutely. Amazing event, man. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.
And,
we got
giving us
an
our
award
award.
at that event too, man.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
definitely
Absolutely.
kept us going, put that battery in our back to try and build.
We felt
what we're doing.
appreciated for sure.
Yeah,
For
well,
sure.
you guys are lucky you got the work. Right now, I'm like the 30th guest on the show. Man, come on now, man.
Hey, man. Hey,
on, man.
Hey, the list is long, man. But not everybody gets in. You're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know I'm happy to be here. I'm still disappointed in both of y'all. I should have been the top 5.
We tried to get you in, but you're a very busy guy.
You're a
man.
very busy
always
man,
traveling. You know what I mean? Doing your thing. I peep your stories, man.
you
You're
travel-
always away having a great
Yeah,
time.
you know what I mean? In the mountains.
You love a great time.
BC. I
yes,
we see you,
yes, I
You see me in the mountains in
We see you in
BC?
the-
Yeah,
see you in
we
the
see it,
mountains.
we
That'd
see
be
it.
I
pretty,
appreciate
man.
that. Yeah, I love going into the mountains and just having my spiritual journey and just, you know, being one with nature. I think it's really important to be one with nature.
That's why you still look good, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, but ease off me a little bit
No. Like, you know, I'm just all right. Let's get on to the show, man. Let's get on with the show. Listen, man. Play of the week, sir. Who do you have for play of the
Man,
week
you
this
know I
week,
had
man?
to. Yo, I got Delano Banton, man. You know when you miss the 45, the 45 will always find you though. You get me? And that's
45
Delano Banton.
sometimes leaves you, though.
You know what I mean? It does, but it'll hit you with that no look and pick you up. You know what I mean? Just like how Delano Banton threw that no look left hand pass to Pascal Siakam, man. Shout out
This
Delano
is-
Banton, man.
I
Yo,
shout out to Delano
he's having a
Banton,
good
but I
season.
think you could have found something better.
No, that's a basketball purist play, man. Sometimes you just gotta appreciate the game. That was transition. It was a transition play. Find the open man. Doesn't gotta be a dunk all the time, man.
I think that was pretty
Pretty mid.
Yeah,
This guy.
not even mid.
Shout out Delano Banton, baby.
Definitely shout out Delano.
Let's go.
Chippy, who you got? Play of the week, sir.
Play of the week. Well, I support Crestwood. I like what Ro Russell has done to build the program, but I'm going to have to go with my man from Fort Erie, Leonard Miller. I mean, look at this. My God. I mean,
How tall is this kid?
this kid is 6'10". When I last seen him in the Jane Finch Classic 2 years ago, he was around 6'6". But the way that he just got up to that, look at that. The pass was way off. That pass was going out of bounds, to be honest. And he caught that, like, give me that. Oh, right there, man. Oh, man. So I have to give him his respect and his props, even though he got dunked on by Elijah Fisher. But that was a good lob that he caught.
Is he the best player in the country? Is he a senior?
He is a senior. He's one of the best in the country.
Who won that matchup that game? Because I didn't see it.
Well, Elijah Fisher won the individual matchup.
Right.
But man, these refs in Toronto, I mean, they're pretty whack. Number one, I mean,
Why'd you say that?
guys. Okay, first of all, you have scouts in the building. I mean, we have NBA scouts, we have college scouts in the building, and you're gonna kick the entire bench of Crestwood off the court. You're gonna just say you guys are not playing anymore, and allow Crestwood to play one of the biggest games of the year in front of all the audience at home with just 5 guys. So, I mean, Elijah and those guys were retired, and I just feel it's just whack because if you look at the footage as well, shout out my man Leonard Miller, but he was on the court as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to dismiss the entire team, you got to kick him out of the game as well. So if you didn't kick him out of the game, don't kick anybody out of the game. Just let the game go on.
Because he came off the bench onto the court.
He came off the bench onto the court.
Did the same exact thing as the Crestwood bench.
The Crestwood bench, right?
And he wasn't punished for it.
And he wasn't punished for it.
I got you.
So that's totally unfair. But aside from that, it was a good game. Leonard Miller obviously won the game and scored 31 points, I believe, during that game and showcase. Elijah scored 34 points and lost the game. But I feel that if Crestwood had their bench, it would have been a great game. Shout out Fort Erie. Shout out Crestwood. Can't wait to see y'all play again.
Wow. Okay. My play of the week. Let's take a look at my play of the week, man. I think it's pretty nice. DeMar. And he just flushes it so casually, like
sheesh.
On Hurdle. That's what we want. We want Hurdle. We want what's his name? Purtle or Hurdle?
It's
what do you call
Purtle,
it?
man.
Purtle.
It's Purtle.
Like
It's Purtle, man.
San Antonio, please keep him. We don't want him over here. We'll take DeMar back though. So yes, crossover.
That dunk right there,
and
man.
Boom, flushes and
that looked good.
DeMar DeRozan.
You notice
he's an MVP candidate, man.
You notice
let's
all
be real.
DeMar's posterization dunks happens to teams that he played on.
I don't know.
He caught OG, caught Purtle. Maybe he knows the defensive scheme. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little biased, but
that looked like a slam that I did in 1996. Like that one hand flush over the big man. It's like something I did in '96.
You flushed like that before?
Flush like that? Come on now, stop this, man.
I didn't know. Okay, we're moving on to team watch, sir.
My team watch, man. I'm going with Phoenix Suns, man. They're 9-1 in the last 10. Man,
is anybody going to beat Phoenix this year? Are they the favorites, and are they going to win the championship?
Right now,
you see anybody beating them?
It feels like they're destined. If we're looking at the West, I mean, Golden State is going to be it could be a challenge with Golden State, but I just feel like not a lot of guys from Golden State has been there yet, other than the core guys, But no, to answer your question, I think Phoenix is going back to the final.
I think Phoenix figured it out, man. And the way they lost last year to the Bucks,
yeah, they got bullied.
That's not going to happen.
They got
year.
some sizes.
Yeah. Ayton is just a different mentality now. He's gotten better. Plus, they added McGee, and then plus they got Bismack Biyombo. So they loaded up at the center position this year. They're not going to allow that bullying stuff to happen.
Give that man a contract, Ayton, man. Give him a contract.
They need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's played his way into a contract for sure.
Definitely.
Who do you have team watch, sir?
I have to go to Minnesota Timberwolves, man. The Minnesota, I mean, what they're doing right now, I mean, they have the best shooting big man in history.
Do you believe that?
Oh. I mean, you had Trae Young out there struggling right there. You had the best shooters out there yesterday, and this guy was just ripping it from the three.
He shot excellent, but do you believe that statement that he said? Because we got Dirk out there,
Oh, but well, yeah. You know what? No, you're right. You
I'm
got me
just-
on that
I'm
one.
just
He got me
saying,
on that one.
It sounded good when he said it because he did win it, but man, Dirk, I don't know.
Well, next to Dirk, you got, I mean, what he's doing, Carl Anthony, is unreal. And then you have Anthony Edwards on
He's
the
a
wing.
stud. He's a stud.
Right. And then D'Angelo Russell. I mean, that team is just nasty. And then Patrick Beverly playing defense and being a quarterback. And he reminds me of Kruma. That's Kruma right there. The guy,
Shout out Kuma Ralph, man.
shout out Kruma Ralph, boy, my longtime mentor, my boy and partner.
Listen, is Kruma top 5 in Finch point guards of all time?
Kruma's top 5 defensive player all time.
No, I didn't ask you that, sir. I didn't ask you that. You ain't gonna come out here and be slick.
You know
I
what?
asked you a question.
Kuma
Answer the question.
was a guard that I
No.
used to look up to, man.
Answer the question.
Definitely.
Well, Kruma used to bust Chris Blackwood's butt.
Yeah, he
This
got
is true,
me.
sir.
Yo, man. Yo, man, he used to give me the business.
Hey, you
man.
know what? You know, I never knew Kruma was a hooper. I just was like,
used to
that's
give me the
Chippie's
business.
man with the nice haircut.
I don't believe that.
I didn't know he hooped, and he was just a nice guy.
Where do you think he got all his credentials from? Basketball.
No, I just thought he hung out with you, so everybody accepted him.
Hey, Kuma played on Prep Stars, man.
Prep
Remember when
stars.
Prep Stars was bumping? You were probably in the States sometimes, but when your man's came, what's your man that used to play for Atlanta? We had him on the show a couple seasons back. DeMar Johnson.
Yeah.
When DeMar Johnson came down,
Right.
I remember watching that game.
Kruma
Kuma
was a
was
part of
on that team when they came to
Oh,
play
wow.
Prep Stars.
Kruma was an excellent point guard. He showed great leadership.
The next what?
Excellent point guard.
Oh, I thought you said lint. Yo,
Great leadership. He's one of the
Yo.
only people I've seen in a championship game against Eastern play full court defense with his hands behind his back
That was his signature, man.
on 5 possessions in a row.
All legs, turn
So
them.
this
All
is
legs.
Are we're talking about the same guy here, Kruma.
Yeah, man.
The
You
nice
got-
haircut guy. Clean.
Yeah, we're talking about the guy who runs the tournament, man. Without Kruma in the Jane Finch tournament, who knows? We haven't had one violent incident because of Kruma Ralph. Shout out to
Yeah.
Kruma. My security
Shout out to Kruma. Man. Shout out to Kruma, man. Shout out to Kruma.
legend, Jane Finch legend, Kruma.
Okay. Top 5 point guard in Finch.
Ever?
Yeah. Be careful. Be
This
careful.
is easy.
Be
T-Bone.
careful. No. I don't want you to tell me now. That's for another day.
Oh,
But
okay.
is Kruma top 5 point guards in Finch?
Yes, the top 5 defensive player for sure.
I didn't ask you that, sir. I did not ask you that. You think you're slick. You think you're slick. No. You're not going to get away with that. Is he top 5 point guards in Finch?
I got to think about that. I got to look at the records.
Okay,
and
we'll
stat
do
sheets.
that. We'll do that. We'll come back to that one. Yo, my team watches the Trailblazers. Believe
They're-
your team. Since they made
It's a
that
sad
trade,
day, man. Like
no, since
I
they
chose-
made that trade from Norman Powell,
just to
they've
get
been
you up to
4-0.
speed, I chose Portland. My preseason prediction to winning it all
No way.
was Portland.
Oh, jeez.
You know, when I went on a limb, but I was just like, Lillard got his gold medal, seen what it takes to win. Him and McCollum been together for a minute. They're due. They made some moves. They got Norman. I was like, yo, there's a possibility. And I went with my heart. And then injuries came and really diffused all that.
He believes that, though. You know that, right?
I would
really
never
do.
go to the casino with you, man.
He also said that Golden State would not make the playoffs. Either would Philly.
No way.
That's what he said. He said that.
Okay, I was wrong.
He's from Finch, though.
All right.
As long as you know.
I messed up. I messed up with that piece. But
Anyways, Portland is my,
I appreciate you for bringing
Yeah,
Portland back
so-
up, though.
yeah,
Thank you.
make you feel better a little
Yes.
bit.
They're
Rookie watch.
hooping.
Who you got?
They're hooping though, man. I'm going with Josh Giddey again, man. I'm going with Josh Giddey. Last Monday against the Knicks, he had 28, 11 rebounds, 12 assists, a triple double as a rookie in the Garden. That was huge. And then that Saturday before in Chicago, he became the first teenager in NBA history with back-to-back triple doubles because I believe he had a triple double against Chicago before, then played in New York. So Josh Giddey, I've been telling you about that young man. He's doing his damn thing. You know what I mean? I think he's putting everybody on notice. I think he moved up in the rookie rankings. And your man Mobley's at number 1, Scotty's at number 2, and Josh Giddey moved up to number 3. So that's my rookie
pretty
watch
good.
right there,
He's
man.
pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
Chippy, who you got?
Oh,
man?
definitely Josh Giddey. I know he threw Chris Blackwood threw that in. He said 3 players, but if I'm going with one, I'm going with Josh Giddey. I mean, he's only 19 years old.
Facts.
19 years old, 6'8", and what he's doing on the court. I mean, getting triple doubles. I mean, this kid should be in high school right now. And he's in the NBA lighting it up, man. So,
Australians' finest, man.
Australians' finest?
One of, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Shout out Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Shout out Patty Mills.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of them, you know? Andrew Bogut. Let's go.
Okay. My rookie watch is Cam Thomas.
That's a good choice.
You know, in the last 6 games, he averaged 20, almost 22, 3 rebounds. He's shooting almost 50% from the field and shooting 33 from 3. I know you guys seen when he was at the Garden.
He lit it up.
When he took over the game and scored 16 in the fourth quarter.
Yes, he did.
And hit that dagger at the end. Like,
do you know we're related? Clayton Thomas, Chippie Thomas, and Cam Thomas.
He's from I think he's from where is he from? Like California, I believe, right?
Yeah, but he has some yard roots there, and then connects
he's
to
not
Nigeria.
from California. He's from Virginia. Okay, maybe we're talking about the wrong one. All right, sir.
Yo, shout out Cam. You know, I see him working out with. He's been working out with KD.
Yes,
coming like he's a KD protege almost.
And KD,
you know what I mean?
He wasn't gonna allow him to be a part of any of those trades.
Right,
not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
No.
KD's putting his foot down, and then on top of that, what's wrong with the Knicks, man? Like coming like everybody's getting career numbers and doing monumental things against some New York Knicks. And I remember, was it at the beginning of the season they were ranked higher than the Raptors? They projected Raptors to be to win like 36 games, and the Knicks were supposed to be like they're supposed to be up there. They're supposed to make the playoffs,
really?
according to Vegas. But
the Knicks.
The Knicks.
I think the Knicks and Atlanta has been pretty bad. I think Atlanta's been just terrible.
I personally think because of the Raptors' injuries and then moving to Tampa, Knicks and Atlanta really took advantage of what the Raptors were going through, you know. And now that everything's going well, everything's kind of going back to normal. Yeah, reality's setting in. Go Raptors.
Tom needs to go, first of all. They need to get rid of that guy. And Brooklyn needs to get rid of Steve Nash. But that's for another story.
So okay, we're talking about Brooklyn now. They're very who is more disappointing, the Lakers or Brooklyn Nets?
100% Brooklyn. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets are just terrible. I mean, what Steve Nash is doing there with his subs at the end of halftime, at the end of quarters, I don't get it. I mean, James Harden was begging to get traded, that he had to fake his injuries, not because of Kyrie Irving, but because of Steve Nash's bad decisions and his coaching ability.
Right.
Shout out Steve Nash, man, but yo, you're a terrible coach.
Whoa.
I mean,
give him more time. Give him more time.
How much time do you need, though?
Give him more.
He's been coaching. How long has he been there? 2 years, 3 years now. He's had KD, Kyrie.
My thing is when you think you're coming, when you think you know what your roster is gonna be, and then a monkey wrench is thrown into the formula.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean. You gotta adapt. You gotta readjust. There's a lot that's going into this right now.
Listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Nash. I think when you're a coach, you're supposed to be able to manage time. It's my job to manage you as a player, to make sure that you get the proper time rested to perform at the highest level. The answer is not just give the ball to KD and just go score 50 and save the day.
Right.
You're not gonna beat good teams like that.
No,
you know what I mean?
So that's why they didn't win the chip.
And this is why they didn't win the chip. So like when you could watch your team, other teams go on like 23-2 runs, and you're sitting there with your hands behind your back looking there, like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. So I agree with you with the coaching situation, and I don't think it's fair because Sean Marks is his boy from Phoenix. So imagine if Steve Nash was
paid, probably.
Yeah, imagine if Steve Nash was in New York and they were losing like this. Imagine he was with LA and he was losing like this. What would be the response? We never heard of any Steve Nash's job is in jeopardy. Have we heard that?
No, we haven't heard that.
But what we did hear was Kyrie say in the preseason, when I think it was last year. Yeah, was it last year? When Kyrie said, you know, basically anybody can coach the team. So that was like, to me, that was a direct shot at Steve.
Right. First of all,
Coach Nash, I should say. Sorry.
Basketball legends and good players make terrible coaches.
Yeah, well, we've seen that happen, right?
Patrick Ewing, terrible coach. I mean, Georgetown is getting slapped around. What are they, 6-18? I feel sorry for the guy every time I turn on the TV and watch it on
They
NCAA.
can't win anything. on
Yeah,
that.
I had a nice pro line ticket that they said 20.5, and I said, I don't know where to go. Are they gonna cover the 20.5? Are they gonna lose by 20? Or they gonna lose by 30? So they're terrible.
Oh,
They're just
my
killing me on the
God.
pro line. And then Steve Nash, I mean, like part of coaching, as you said, is managing, and you don't know to manage superstar players. You have James Harden and Kyrie Irving kicking off in practice. That's a no-no, number one. That should never happen. And then your subbing is so terrible, you don't know what you're doing on offense, that James Harden's like, let me just fake this injury, get the hell out of here.
Like, to me, I don't think that Paul Millsap was just not good enough to play. Like,
Yeah.
15 to 18 minutes a game and give KD some type of rest.
I agree. Absolutely.
Like, KD can't be playing 40 minutes in a Wednesday game in November, and then
That's
keep
true.
doing that
That's
till in January, bro. Something's gonna snap,
Right.
like
right.
Achilles, something like.
Overplayed him.
You know, that's why everybody used to get mad at Bud, Milwaukee coach,
Right.
when he was giving Giannis 32 minutes a game, and no, he's coming out.
Yeah. No.
People criticize him. People say whatever, but look what
totally agree.
happened. He was fresh,
Absolutely correct.
and they won, right?
Right.
So
I agree
yeah.
with that 100%.
Yeah,
But now that Brooklyn has like a more full squad,
yeah,
you look on paper they look super full,
Mhm.
right?
right.
Let's see what Coach Nash has to offer now. All right.
Uh,
So
let's see,
before
let's
you
see.
guys throw him under the bus, give him the opportunity to work with a full squad and see what happens.
If he does nothing this year with that kind of team, you fire Steve Nash and you get somebody in who can complete the job.
Steve Nash should walk away if he doesn't
Yeah,
complete
he'll-
something.
He'll walk away
Give
before
me
he gets fired.
an
That's
Eastern
for sure.
Conference. He won't walk away.
He'll walk away.
Sean
before he
Marks
gets
is his
fired.
man. You
You know
know,
what I mean?
Sean Marks is probably maybe that's why he got the job. I don't know.
It's not what you know; it's who you know. Sometimes
Definitely
It's not good
that.
sometimes.
Tracy McGrady. He was in the news by saying Giannis would struggle in his era. Thoughts, guys? What do you guys think?
I don't think so. I think the brute and the force and the dominance that Giannis plays with
Mhm.
in today's game will translate to how they played back in the day.
Because he said the reason why is because he can't shoot.
Well, Giannis is Nigerian who grew up in
Greece.
Greece,
Right.
which means he's been eating fufu and yam his whole life. So don't tell me Giannis is coming down the lane on Dennis Rodman and taking clap in his head and not getting back up the court. That fufu and yam? Come on now. So I disagree with that statement, man.
You know what I mean? Real talk. I think Tracy McGrady's he's really caught up on the shooting aspect of it. He's like Giannis probably has the package, but he can't shoot, so he can be stopped. You know? And because of the physicality of the game back in the day,
Right.
he wouldn't last. But I think he would adapt to
I-
the physical nature of the game back in the day.
But not only the
and
physical
and he'll do
thing,
his thing.
because LeBron has the physical.
Right.
But I don't know if the mental part. I think Giannis has mental, like back in the day guys.
Yeah.
He don't want to be your friend.
No.
He don't want to work out with you.
Absolutely.
It's me and my brothers. I
Yeah.
know my brothers ain't that
That's
good,
it.
Right.
but we're gonna rock together. We're gonna do everything together. We're gonna work out together, and we're gonna take over the
We're
world.
gonna take over the world.
That's the attitude he
His
has,
his
right?
mental is super different.
He's so family focused that he brought his brother. You're probably better than his brother.
I definitely am.
His brother's his hype man. Even yesterday, the guy's he bounced his head. Hype. I'm like, yo, you don't need to hype up Giannis right now in the skills competition. Like, what's wrong with you, man?
What did Barkley say? That he has the best job in the world, being Giannis' security.
Yes.
As long as
Best-
Giannis is the man, he's gonna have a job.
They got rid of Cousins because
Wow.
Giannis was like, yo, Cousins come in here and dropping 15 points. My brother ain't playing 2 minutes a game. Get rid of Cousins.
I thought that was a good pickup because then he averaged like 12 a game or
12
something.
a game.
Facts.
I didn't understand that. I was confused when they waived him. But Cousins.
That guy's so lucky he's gonna get
Yeah.
a pension from the NBA just sitting down on the side being a hype man. Get out of here, man.
Hey man, there's a job for everybody. Like I said, it's not what you know, it's who you know, man. And he's in the league. He's an NBA player.
Let's talk about the T-Mac versus. Did you guys take a look at that, man?
It came on a little late,
Yeah.
and then even when versus start, I heard rumbling throughout the week that versus is gonna start charging people to actually watch the versus. I was like, you lost me with that one for a
Yeah.
second, like you know what I
will
mean?
No longer be
But then
watching those.
I caught on. I caught a little bit of it, and it felt super motivational seeing the two goats, T-Mac and Iverson, you know, exchanging highlight for highlight.
It was different.
It was super
It
different.
was different. T-Mac was more like the dunking. He did show some handles things and
But that block on Shaq though,
I didn't think that was
That
something
was-
that needed to be.
that was dope.
I don't know.
That was
maybe I'm biased because
I
he's
don't
wearing a Raptor uniform. You know what I mean?
He did hit- he
and
did
then
show a
Vince
couple
Carter.
highlights.
Then Vince Carter him and Vince Carter just
Oh.
cheesed me. I just lost it because I was like, yo,
All right, hold.
imagine,
All right.
just freaking imagine T-Mac and Vince. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant said it himself in the Slam magazine, Lord of the Rings edition. Take it in. If T-Mac and Vince would have thugged it out together, they would have been in a couple of these championship games against us.
I absolutely
Wouldn't have
agree.
been no New Jersey. Would have been no Philadelphia.
Definitely wouldn't have been Jersey at all.
And
I
what's
was
even-
like, bro, T-Mac, you guys.
what disappoints me the most is shout out to Kruma. And Kruma bought T-Mac a bottle back when they're playing together in the 90s. And
So
T-Mac
Kruma was really that guy, huh? He bought
we went to a
T-Mac a
club
bottle.
on Queen Street, and Kruma spent $14,000 that day. I'll never forget it. Bought T-Mac a bottle. Right, he left the club broke, dead
Kruma
broke.
was playing. He was playing pro.
He
That's
left. No,
money?
man. We're just 19, 20-year-olds just having fun. Kruma left the club dead broke that time. But it's a fact. He bought T-Mac a bottle and was like, yo, you're staying. T-Mac's like, yeah, I'm staying.
Took the bottle and left.
Took the bottle and left,
Yo,
yo.
T-Mac, you owe my man Kruma a bottle.
Come on, man.
Send it.
That's crazy.
Yo.
Yo, we got a hashtag Nakuma. I think that's gonna be the hashtag just now. Hashtag Nakuma, and let's trend this because Nakuma's that guy.
I thought his name was Ralph. What is it? Nkrumah or Ralph? What is it?
And Kruma Ralph, he's a Jane Finch
Yeah.
legend,
All
and he
right.
has
top five
again,
point guards ever. Come on,
top
finish.
5 defensive point guards
No,
ever.
no. That's not what I asked you. yo, 50 Cent Super Bowl performance last week.
It was dope. was dope.
So people were making fun of him because he put on some extra pounds.
20 years later.
Yes, 20 years later, absolutely. But the upside down part people feel was unnecessary. Why'd you have to go upside down, sir? Just do the performance.
First of
So
all, how come-
50 cents clap. Hold on, 50 cents clap back. Now G-Unit tank tops are on sale again.
Let's
sir,
go.
with the
I gotta
headband.
cop
Are
me
you gonna
one.
purchase
Oh, hell
a
yeah.
G-Unit tank top? I
And a
will
headband to match.
I will never wear that.
I'm gonna probably
brassiere.
cop some G-Unit sneakers too if I can find them.
No, I don't wear brassiere.
go.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I was watching TV the other day, and they're selling vintage clothes online for $5-10. So that's where I go with that G-Unit. That's
Here we
that's
go.
a vintage gears.
So disrespectful.
But
Hey,
the
how come
G-Unit
no one
tank
wants to
top
give
for
50
sale.
credit for even hanging there for so long?
terrible.
What? For
Come
why?
on, bro.
He
You
almost
look like you
died.
about to pass out.
No,
Yeah, he almost died.
Nah,
He was about to
fam.
pass
Nah, man.
out.
That was
I was so scared when he
that was a
finally
lot
came
of
off.
that. He's still in shape. The core. He was
Still
just,
in shape.
He was just showing you
What?
the core, bro.
Beham, get him in shape, please.
Come on, man.
That guy, can you imagine
on,
me
man.
hanging backwards there, ready to perform? I'll die, yo. I'll choke out to something.
Yeah.
How old is 50? Real talk.
I don't know. I think 48 or something. like that,
Right.
50.
So I mean, doing what he does, man. He's still in shape, bro. 50.
In
Keep
shape-
doing what you're doing,
in
man.
shape, which way?
What do you mean, which
Anyways,
way?
are you
Like
gonna
me?
get a brassiere top? Are you gonna purchase one?
You call it-
Are you
call
gonna
it
present-
a
are you gonna
G-
purchase a brassiere top?
G-Unit tank top?
Are you gonna purchase one?
Call
sir?
it what it is. Yes, I'll
I will
definitely
not
cop-
purchase
I'll
no
definitely
brassiere
cop one of
top,
those,
sir.
man.
Not at all.
I'm wearing
Not at
that
all.
Without a doubt. Oh, come on, man. We in here, man.
Yo.
We in here, man.
Anyways,
Hold on. How about me? I'll purchase one and wear it at home while making love. Just
There
a
you
tight,
go.
tight one to make
There
me look
you
good.
go.
there you go.
I'll take you to the
I
candy
don't.
shop.
I'm not wearing brassiere tops.
uh.
It looked like he was
Come
still in
on.
the candy shop. Anyways, MJ, 2 ghosts were born on the 17th. You know, Jasmine, Sierra.
Hey,
my
shout out
daughter.
Jazzy.
Daddy loves you. And Michael Jordan.
The GOAT.
The greatest.
What does Michael Jordan mean to you, sir?
He
When's
means
his
everything,
birthday?
man. Like, real talk, quick story. My pops put me on Isaiah Thomas, right? He watched Jordan get demolished by Isaiah Thomas. And he always said, you want to play basketball? Small guards? That's the guy to watch.
Mhm.
Kind of baiting out my age, but it is what it
Tough.
is. Boom now. But I was, sometimes you rebel against your pops. Like, you rebel against what your parents tell you sometimes. So my dad's like, Isaiah? I'm like, nah, this MJ guy right here is thorough. So I just followed MJ ever since then. And I remember when MJ played against Drazen Petrovic
Mhm.
in the Sky Dome. I was in grade 3.
Mhm.
No, grade 4. I'm sorry. I was at that game. New Jersey Nets against the Chicago Bulls. At the Sky Dome. I forgot the actual date, but I was there and just seeing MJ in Toronto. This was before the Raptors. You know what I mean? And Yeah, man. I've been an MJ guy. I still got his posters in my crib. Like,
I seen that game when the Raptors actually beat
Yes.
with Damon Stoudemire went
yeah,
off.
yeah. But no. That was before. I'm talking about this is.
Yes, this is before we
Yeah,
actually.
but
had.
even in that game, that was legendary for the Raptors and for Raptors history.
Absolutely.
But if there was like 2 more seconds left on that clock, MJ hit that shot at the end, right? Off the glass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You seen that, right?
I seen MJ get. They were losing. The Bulls were losing. I think it was to Vancouver.
Yes.
And
Oh,
he came
yes.
off. He came into the game in fourth quarter and he just scored like 19 straight. Won the game and let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Good night.
He gave Grizzly the business.
What does MJ mean to you,
Man, MJ means the world. I mean, I'm a Kobe guy, and you look at Kobe Bryant play. The late great Kobe Bryant,
Absolutely.
and you see all of MJ. I mean, he's phenomenal. I think he set the trend for everybody. We didn't know that his hairline was receding. That's why he bald his head, and we all started balding our heads in high school with full hairlines. We had no idea. We thought he was just cutting his hair.
He made it look cool. He made it look cool, man.
And I watched that game when the Raptors beat them, and I was in the top, I think the last seat at the Sky Dome.
Like you were scared to
I
stand
could
up.
barely
You might
see.
fall.
I just looked like I was looking at little birds or chipmunks at the. I could barely see, but I remember MJ. I remember we won, and I was excited. But now that I look back at it, I was like, did MJ lose that game on purpose? But that's a whole nother discussion that we need to talk about.
Like I said, he did hit that shot though. He did hit that shot. It was after the buzzer, but
He shot it after the buzzer. Why?
You know why? People give him credit for a lot of different things, but like he made this game global.
Yes.
Oh,
when
by far.
when we were about to lose this game, when Magic and Bird, when they took over and they're doing their thing, he came and saved it and made it global.
definitely.
So how these guys are getting paid with these big contracts? Remember, his last contract was like one of the biggest contracts. Now it's nothing.
Yes.
Right.
John Wall is getting. John Wall gets more than him right now.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Westbrook gets paid more.
Crazy.
Yearly.
Van Vliet is getting the same money MJ got in his last year.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like I think he made this game so global and took it over where he drops a pair of Jordans every Saturday. A new Jordan drops every Saturday.
Right.
Like take that in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now you see all these guys like LeBron and all these other guys that are doing the same thing and following his blueprint. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Sneakers,
Mhm.
getting these crazy contracts. You know what I mean? All these different endorsements. You know what I mean? This guy was doing endorsements for Fruit of the Loom and hot dogs. You know what I mean? Like
Real talk.
Man, you do your research, Iggy. You're very knowledgeable, man. I didn't know you guys because it was knowledgeable. I didn't like the way that Pippen sold him out, man.
I didn't like that
He
either,
needs a
bro.
slap.
Yo, he
Like,
just
come
telling.
on.
tell him, please.
Pippen's just
Tell
telling
him.
his truth, man.
I'm not.
I
I don't
think
want none of
every
that bourbon.
hooper-
Did you purchase that bourbon that he had? 'Cause
I
he
did.
did. I
Yeah.
don't want no parts of that.
Shout out to Bourbon, man.
I
That
do
goes
not
hard,
support
bro.
Pippen. I do not support him for
And the
that.
book Unbothered. He's telling his truth, man. Support
No.
the man, bro.
No, I don't support rats. It's just like when Kobe Bryant ratted on Shaq when he had that one night stand and said Shaq does it all the time. Idiot thing that, man. Come on, keep your change room stuff in the change room. Some idiot thing that right now. I wouldn't talk to that guy again.
But you know what? I follow Charles Oakley, and Charles Oakley
Said that
confirmed
relationship's done.
That relationship is over. It's done. You know what I mean? But hey, Pippen felt like he was better. And Pippen has every right to feel that way only because
Why the
if
hell
it
would
was-
he feel that?
if it wasn't for Pippen, he wouldn't have 6 rings. But
Pippen signed a-
you could also say if it wasn't for the triangle offense, MJ wouldn't have those 6 rings. But that's another story for another day. Shout out Pip. That's
All right.
That's his truth.
and his bad contract, his bad decisions. Don't hate on the man because he signed a better contract.
That
than
is
you.
true too. I'll
and
give
still,
you that.
And with the documentary, you still doing bad contracts, sir. 30 years later, you're still doing the same dumb stuff. You didn't learn anything.
Zero.
MJ signed $10 million. He gave the money away. He didn't
Right.
need it.
Right.
And Pippen, I didn't get anything, sir. You signed consent.
Yes.
You didn't have to. You
Yes.
just said
Right.
no. Give me $3 million.
Right.
Still can't negotiate a contract.
You can't. I mean, it's just like when I signed Chris Blackwood to play for Chris, recognized the real, he's the hottest player. And when he left me to play for Finch Finest again, I was hurt. But I didn't sign him to that contract.
But you had Kruma.
Shout out, recognize the real, man. Good old times, man. Good old times, man.
baby.
Yo, listen,
Yo, we
brother.
had a pro team, man. I felt like
Huh?
a semi-pro team before
Oh,
this whole CBL, all these pro leagues came
absolutely.
out. In the
Recognize
country,
the real
man.
stuff.
It was
Oh,
tough.
yeah,
it was
It was
tough.
tough
We're
as
very
nails,
tough.
man.
Legendary in Toronto.
Definitely.
Ely, remember Ely?
Oh, my
man,
Lord.
I'll throw him
Skyrock.
lobs for days, man.
What happened to the kid Juice? Sky Juice.
Oh, geez.
Shout out Sky, man. Yo,
That's Finch's finest right there.
we gotta read.
Sky
We
juice.
gotta read the papers. I think he's out right now.
he's
So-
good.
Anyways,
He's good, man.
sir, thank you for coming by. We really appreciate
Yes.
it, man.
Hey,
This
give
is
it up for
all
Chippie.
love.
Hey, Chip, what do you have coming?
What do you have? Yes.
We have the March Insanity taking place, the 10th annual, because I didn't get to do it for 2 years, so
Yeah.
it would have been the 12th annual. So happening on March the 11th to March the 14th. Make
Right.
sure you guys come out.
Come out, support.
To come out and support, and we're gonna have the Chippies Youth Edition happening, and then the Jane Finch Classic, the 44th annual, taking place
will be
August
there.
2nd
Yes.
will be
to
there.
August 7th
Yes.
at Playground. Shout out to my man Sam,
Shout out
Shout out
Sam.
Sam,
We need
boy.
you on the show, Sam. You coming?
Jamie, all of them. I mean, shout out, but Sam, he's the Don Dada. So I'm gonna shout him out, and all the other guys doing their thing. I'm shouting out you guys as well. I mean, you guys run a terrific show.
Appreciate
And again, I'm sorry for what I said of being hurt for being the 30th guest here. I'm just being straight and flat and real with y'all. But I'm happy I made it out today. So thank y'all for
Yeah.
having me.
Definitely
Thank
happy
you.
to have you.
Appreciate
Keep
it.
grinding, keep doing your thing, keep inspiring and providing platforms
Absolutely.
for the
Absolutely.
masses in the basketball community.
Thank you.
Know what I
Appreciate
mean? Got
it.
nothing but love for you. I already know that. And that's it, man. Follow us, man, on all social media platforms, man.
Follow
Apple
Chippie on
Podcasts,
this.
Spotify, YouTube, where hip hop meets hoops. And lastly, where can everybody follow you?
Everybody can follow me on Jane Finch Classic on the IG,
On IG.
or Coach Chippie.
Where hip hop meets hoops, man. Thank you, man.
Chippie,
We out.
ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Yes.
Go. Hey, man. Pippin's telling his truth, man. Don't diss Pippin, man.
Think about it day to day, day and night. Last night I